Yep, if you read the title, I am back to the fan commentary of Disney versus non-Disney villains, but not on part 3 as you read the title. It is Before the Fall, part 1. And, okay, what it is, if you guys have never seen it, but please watch the original video before coming to this commentary. It's basically like the prequel. It is. It's basically like the origins of Disney versus non-Disney villains kind of thing. It's like the origins of like why are the villains duking it out at each other, going at each other's throats, and why are the villains are rivaling these other villains? Why aren't there heroes? Which of course Chernobyl killed the heroes, but this one includes of how he killed them, which is because he's the god of evil, and in this series he's the devil god of evil. So I like the man who wrote this in there. It just says, please note, this is the prequel round. It is set before the events of part 1, as it says. So, yeah, I had to skip all the way. It's mostly like the intro kind of thing, so not much to talk about that one, so let's get this going. So we start off with there are scenes, but it's not like a prologue, intermission, all that stuff. It's just scene by scene, then fight, then scene by scene, then fight, and scene by scene, and fight, then fight kind of thing. So, yeah, so it is an origins of all the villains, not just one group of villains or one type of villain. It's just all villains. So let's get this going. So we first start off with this. Chernobyl meets up with his brothers, the Emperor of the Night and the Nightmare King. And you might get to see this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they're at Bald Mountain. Ah, Mr. Dark, voicing Chernobyl. So the Crystal of Darkness was created by Chernobyl, but not just him, but also by the Emperor of the Night and the Nightmare King. So, yeah, as you guys heard what he said, with all their combined powers, they managed to create this crystal. Which, hold on. Yeah, you get the whole thing. Yeah, all the heroes die and all the villains shall rise.
Our time, brother.
Hey, who's voicing the Emperor of the Night? I'm kind of guessing. I don't think the description says anything who's voicing who. Or maybe I kind of forgot about that. I remember the ending theme had the same theme that was used in Vikings. That was on History Channel. It was I'm talking too much. Let's get this going.
Do not forget.
Yeah, the Emperor is reminding Chernobyl.
We have poured our own essence into the crystal.
We agreed to an equal sharing in power, if I recall. You may rule hell, brother, but we three will rule the earth together.
Yeah, they're reminding him that, hey, don't forget, us three are the rulers of the earth after we do all this evil stuff. Just remind you, bro.
Never pursue to set yourselves on equal footing with me.
Yeah, Chernobyl being all greedy. It's like, no, follow me. Get you out. Yeah, they're shocked that he's going behind their backs. Well, not going behind their backs, just taking all the power and ruling the world only by himself.
Promised, we are all ones, creatures of darkness, and you are my kin. For that, you shall be allowed to live in my new world.
Do not test us, brother. We agree to share power.
Power can never be shared.
Man, Chernobyl just wants to hog all that power for himself. Remember back in the day when Histobuff did a commentary on that one, he did kind of thought of some other groups that could be part of this one. Like, well, I just don't think that kind of fits in there. Maybe in some other wars that could do similar to this. Not just to show Chernobog, Emperor of the Night, and the Nightmare King, but also to show, like, maybe, like, like, Dormammu and Vaatu. Because, you know, like, Chernobog and the Emperor of the Night and the Nightmare King, they're kind of demons that represent certain things they rule over. Like, Chernobog represents hell, the Emperor of the Night represents the night, and the Nightmare King represents the nightmares. And he just point out that Dormammu representing nightmarish hell, and Vaatu spirits. But there is one other character, maybe the Demon King from Doraemon. That's just my pick for that one. Representing the magic planet, which is a planet full of demons, that is. I'm just saying. It was interesting, and I know some of you guys are going to be asking me this. I probably should point it out. Like, you guys are probably going to be asking, like, hey, wait a minute. And Chernobog's like the big bad of the series, and being the great evil and this stuff, he's like the devil. Why did he got defeated by the Emperor of the Night in part 1 of Disney versus non-Disney villains round 7? Okay, here's one information I got. Man, Woman, 73 Windman never knew this was going to be a big thing. They never thought it was going to be so big and popular. They didn't know they were going to be huge and famous because of this. And yeah, part 1 of Disney versus non-Disney villains, it wasn't meant to be like an actual story. It was meant to be like a non/Disney crossover kind of thing. It was basically what it was originally meant to be. A non/Disney crossover thing. But ever since they discovered, or well, they not discovered, but they realized that, yeah, this series did got big and it is popular. And they decided to, you know, since it became popular and inspired many people to make their own versions of Villains Wars, they decided to reboot. Well, not technically reboot it, but they kind of rewrote it as an actual story and made everything canon. And they rewrote Chernobog as like the big bad of the series and have the Emperor of the Night and the Nightmare King being his brothers, kind of thing. So that's what's up. So now we get to this first fight, Puck versus Hexes. We see this slimy, gooey figure foe before Hexes was discovered by Puck, who was just for fun, just witnessing that thing by giving him some shapes and powers, just for the fun of it. Like, what the heck? And we get how Hexes is born. Even though Hexes is supposed to be like the god of destruction, guess this one is supposed to be his origin, I guess, of how he was born. And he's destroying the forest. Well, he's more like a spirit of destruction, in my opinion, rather than a god. It's just me. And so, hold on. Looks like they're just... Ouch! Was he blasting him or something? And looks like Puck has got a little trick up his sleeve. Which of course he does. And yeah, he's gonna trap him into a tree. And interesting using the fire on the tree to make it like, you know, with the color filter, make it like, now he's trapped in the tree. Which of course we know what happens. He's gonna be free by Hades soon. So Puck wins, and now we get this one. We see, hold on. Yeah, at Cobra Commander. Well, this is also the origins for this one. Hold on.
Cobra profits are at an all-time high. Thanks to James, the Destro's
I think JC Demi is voicing her, the Baroness.
Every terrorist cell and criminal organization this side of the West Coast ready to pay us a fortune for the latest and weaponized.
They're selling weapons to the quarrymen. These guys I don't like.
beyond best, Baroness.
73 Windman voicing. Yeah, it's the guy, yeah.
It's the Bio-Vipers.
Bah! More useless voodoo from our resident mad scientist
Sounds like Hester Buff is voicing Destro.
Now,
I could be wrong.
Destro, let us not jump to conclusions. I believe the Good Doctor's project has promise. With an invincible army of synthetic soldiers, Cobra will be unstoppable. I commend him
Okay, now I remember Dr. Mindbender. My mind got all brain fart like that.
on his ingenuity.
Right back at you, CC.
Even before becoming Cobra Commander, he's been referred to as CC. Or has even called Cobra Commander before. I need to watch G.I. Joe Renegades. Also, I finally get to watch Transformers animated, so I'm on episode 2. Finally!
When I see it, these creatures will be no match for a trained human warrior.
I'd have thought by now you would have learned your lesson about overplaying your hand, Destro.
Of course, Mr. DeCover. Forgive my impertinence.
That will be all for today. I must leave immediately to secure a particularly large arms deal.
Oh,
Those
sorry.
xenophobic warmongers, is that the kind of filth we do business with now?
We do business with whoever pays our price. You do well to remember that.
Hey, you got the whole thing. And now we go to the next fight. We got Bartholomew, Lipsky, and Miss Go versus the bad guys, made by 73 Windman. So at the turn of the century, Sykes hires the criminal duo Bartholomew, Lipsky, and Miss Go, the ancestors of Draken and Shigo, to steal a device for him. Wait, how old is Bill Sykes? He's probably way older. I mean, looks like they're in the Victorian era kind of thing. I don't think I saw that episode of Kim Possible before. Hold on. Well, I guess them being evil, it runs in the family. Draken and Shigo, I mean. Then they gotta steal some device from Mayor Valmont, who was like... I kinda like that battle theme. It's kinda classic. Very classy, I mean. I think I remember that. Mayor Valmont, he's basically like the ancestor of Valmont. It's not Valmont himself, that's his ancestor. Yep. They were in the Old West. I guess being in the dark hand runs in the family, I guess. Oh dear. Not sure what that device is. Mayor Valmont wins, and next fight is Cobra Command. Is it Cobra Commander? Is it going by Adam de Cobra versus Demona? So Adam de Cobra, before he becomes Cobra Commander, meets up with the Quarrymen and sells them those weapons. Hold on. Change of music, of course. Yeah, they're in the present day, of course. We're going to different time periods, aren't we? Yeah, the whole anti-gargoyle propaganda they're going at. Yeah, I just really don't like the Quarrymen. I guess you can see why. I just don't like the hateful groups kind of guys. So then we got Demona just sneaking in so we can to sabotage the anti-gargoyle gangs. Until she runs into Cobra and his men, trying to stop her. It's face against him. More explosions. And yikes! That gotta hurt. Destroy the whole lab. I gotta stop right here. See you guys.